crafty friends, it's Melinda from mypapercrafting.com, and today I'm sharing with you the first of hopefully many planning videos. This year for 2020 I have decided to do some planning, and I've been watching videos on YouTube, and I watched one gal in particular. Her name is Heather. I'll leave a link in the info section to her channel. She's got a ton of great videos for planning. And so she recommended this classic Happy Planner disc binding system, or the planner itself. And they were at Walmart and they were on sale. So I went to my local Walmart and they didn't have a ton of selection, and it was mostly pick through, but I did find this one. So I figured, well, it's not exactly the color palette I would have chosen, although pink is one of my favorite colors. I was hoping to get something a little more subdued in color, but this is just to get started. So this is the Classic Happy Planner by MAMBI, which is an acronym for Me and My Big Ideas. And they're a company that's been around for a long time. I remember when they had the little rolls of stickers, and they had the little like stick people that you could put on in your scrapbook pages. I mean, we're talking a long time ago. So if any of you remember that, say so in the comments below. I'd love to know if any of you have been around scrapbooking that long, or crafting, paper crafting. Anyway, total sidebar. But so here is the system that I picked, and it's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, and it has what they call a dashboard layout, and this just kind of gives you an overview of some key elements for the month. And then you have your month at a glance, which is, you know, on both sides. And then this is what they call a weekly vertical system. And so you have your days of your week, and then you have it broken down into, you know, morning, noon, and night, more or less. But you got three boxes for each day. And then just some notes on the side. So that's kind of pretty much what the basic is. And each month, the decoration on it is a little different. As you can see, February's a little more, it's different. So they're each different and nice. And I guess it kind of goes along with, you know, like St. Patrick's Day green, and Valentine's Day pink and red, that kind of thing. And then this particular planner does have the U.S. holidays printed in it, and key dates. So that's kind of nice. And then in the back, they just have one page for notes. And so it's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. Now, one of the things I noticed in the planning community is they do what is called Franken planning. And so that's where the different planners will incorporate different elements, different accessory packs, and things of that nature into their planner to make it more functional for them. So whether it be budget tracking, whether it be travel planning, faith journaling, you know, or memory keeping, all that different kinds of things to make it specific to them. So I think that that's really cool, because then you kind of can make it your own. And that's why I like this disc bind system, because it's not in here permanently. You can take these pages in and out. So the first thing I did was create a page for social media, because I do want to keep track of what I'm doing and be a little more purposeful in my social media planning. So I created this page, which is, it's two-sided, and it's got the weeks at the top, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on the flip side, or the second page, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And so I just made some boxes, and then I put the social media icons along so that I can just keep track of what I'm doing for each one on a weekly basis. And then I've got some notes, some lines for some notes here, and then up here it just says week of, so that you can I can put what week it is. So this is what I came up with for my social media. And the reason I did it and not go out and buy a pack is, number one, I just didn't want to spend the money, especially because I'm really new to this. I didn't want to invest a ton of money into all different kinds of things and then find out it doesn't work for me or it's not really what I wanted. So I figured it was better for me to take the time to just make something that I think might be functional and work for me. And then if I don't like it, all I've, wasted was a little bit of paper, a little bit of time setting it up, and end of story. And then I can switch to something else that might work. So the only thing left to do is figure out how to get these punched properly to go into the system. So I had been looking at some different punch boards for the planning system overall for all the planners, and I ended up going with the We Are Memory Keepers. And the biggest reason I did that is because this system has the different punch elements. Like this one is for the disc binding system, which I picked, but they also have for like spiral bound systems. Like here's the one of the circles and one of the tabs, and then the puncher, and here's the smaller spiral. So you can use these inside this system to punch for just about any different type of spiral notebook and or planners. And the punch board itself came with these various circles, so that if you have, like a binder, that's the other for the disc. But if you have a binder system, like a 3-ring, or some of them have like 6 rings, that kind of thing, you can create your pages and the appropriate holes. And the way the system works, really quickly, in case you haven't seen this one, is on the back they have the printed recipes, if you will, for all kinds of different planners. Now, because I picked the disc binding system, they had a sticker that you could use to figure out the recipes. And so again, my binder is the classic, the 7 by 9 1/4. So to make mine work, I have to put one at the 4, 17, 29, 42, and 54 mark. And if you look closely, you'll see that the numbers have white and or pink. So that corresponds with the different punches to let you know this gold is the white, pink, and so on and so forth. And so what I did on mine was I went ahead and used a little Sharpie and just drew a little line in the groove, because this is the main one I'm going to be using, to indicate where I had to put mine, just for, to make it easier for me to see. And so the way this works, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You have your piece of paper cut to the appropriate size. So this is cut at 7 by 9 1/4, and you just slide it in and you line it up with this edge here. And so you slide it in, line it up with the edge, and I just need to make sure that, wanted to make sure I was in the right grooves. Slide it in, line it up with the edge, and just punch down. Then you turn around and flip it and do the same thing. Slide it in right to that edge, make sure it's flush, and then punch down again. And there you have it. You have the perfect, it makes the right slots. So let me just do this one more time. Again, I just printed these out on my computer and cut them out to the 7 by 9 1/4 size. And if I like this size of planner and I'm gonna stick with it, then I'll make something that maybe we can use on our Cricut to do the print and cut. But for right now, this will work just fine. And I also picked this because I thought, well, if I want to do some mini albums and I'm using, some lighter weight for the internal pages, I can do that, and then use, my Crocodile or something for the chipboards. But I just thought this would be really nice and handy because it's for more than one. So then to make these work, all you have to do is just stick them in your planner, and you'll see after January, for right now, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I stuck these ones that I had already created in here, and you can see they just slip right in by just pushing down and putting them right around the disc. And then there you go. They fit right in there, easy peasy. And so now I have the social media. Like I said, I might tweak it or whatever, but in the meantime, if you want this PDF file of this and want to plan along with me, I will leave a link in the info section to where you can pick up that PDF file. And like I said, I printed it on double-sided with my printer. It's just an inkjet printer, nothing fancy. And so you should be able to do the same with yours, and and then use it. And so we're going to go ahead and do our first weekly spread. So stay tuned.